Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the 2017 thriller stroke drama You Were Never Really Here, directed by Lynn Ramsey and stars Joaquin Phoenix. And this is an incredible film. Simply put, I've been trying hard to think how to do this review and to put it into words as to how powerful and how good this movie is, and I've really struggled. I really have. It's one of these films that gets under your skin and affects you really quite deeply in a way that you don't realise. And what I mean by that is, while I was preparing this review, getting the pictures ready and researching and things, I was thinking about the movie and I was getting a bit emotional about what it was I saw, and constantly going over in my head what I'd seen and what it all meant, and I love movies like that leave an imprint on you when you finish watching it, when you walk away. And this movie does it, and it does it actually while you're watching it, because it has so many different meanings as you're watching it, and you can interpret things in so many different ways. It's a very incredibly made, powerful, intelligent movie. And what we get here is Joaquin Phoenix, who plays a guy called Joe, who's an ex-war veteran, who in himself is deeply damaged and deeply affected, gets his kicks almost out of self-suffocating himself. And this is what I mean throughout the movie, that has different meanings throughout the movie. Is he trying to commit suicide? Is he trying to make himself feel alive? It's open to interpretation. He's living on the edge constantly. Even the way he walks in such a way, is so tense and so tight. He's the most unrelaxed person you've ever seen. And the only anchor he has in his life is his mother, whom he goes home to at night and looks after. And they've got a really special relationship. It's a lovely relationship. But Joe essentially is a hired gun, a hitman. And he specialises in finding lost children or abducted children. And you see him do that at the beginning. He gets a case where he has to track down a senator's daughter. He does that, but it all goes wrong. Everything that he cares about is taken from him in some way, shape or form, and he has no anchor left in his life, so there's nothing holding him back, basically. So that we get to see Joe unleashed, and that's the story. It's very hard to talk about this movie without doing spoilers, and that's all I'm prepared to really say on the story here. I've probably said too much once or twice there. Really difficult, because I might even do another video doing spoilers with this, because I feel like I need to talk about this movie. Joaquin Phoenix in this movie is something else. It's just a performance that I haven't seen a performance as special and unique as this for a long time. Really wonderful performance by Joaquin Phoenix, an actor who, for me, I've always been impressed with his work, but I've not followed his work. But wow, blew me away, his performance here. It really did, and he's the absolute focus of this movie. And it is a story about I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard, because you can interpret it in so many ways. Is it a guy looking for redemption? Is it a guy looking for a way out? Is it a guy who's had enough? It is so open to interpretation, and you get glimpses of his life in the past, of how scarred he actually is, and you get glimpses of his time in the military and when he was a boy, and all these awful glimpses of the things that he's experienced and seen and been involved in, and you can see how broken this guy is, and the only thing keeping him attached to the human race is the relationship with his mother. It's brutal, this film, but not in a gratuitous way. It's not openly brutal. It doesn't show everything. It only shows enough, but you get the message. There's an incredible scene when he goes home and he finds two hitmen in his house, basically. And there's an incredible scene with one of the hitmen that just blew my mind. It's just not what I expected at all. And initially, a couple of times in the movie, I thought it was being a bit overindulgent, a bit too artsy. But after it had finished what it was showing, when it actually forces you to think about what you've just seen, it isn't indulgent. It's just allowing you to figure it out, what's going through his mind, what's his thought processes, and they're like almost like the flashes back and the other stuff that it shows. They're like mini puzzles for you to solve. It's such an incredible movie, this, in so many ways. Deeply affected me. A film that I feel like I need to watch again a few times. I feel lucky recently. I've just seen Ready Player One, and that I feel like I need to keep watching over and over again to see different things. And I want to do this with this movie for different reasons. I feel like this is a movie that demands to be rewatched, demands to be analysed, talked about, and I strongly recommend, guys, if you haven't seen You Were Never Really Here, you need to watch it if you're a fan of movies. It is very, very impressive movie. The soundtrack is really fantastic as well, really intense at times, directed pitch perfectly, superbly. Honestly, it really is directed. I can't give you any faults with this movie. Genuinely, I don't think I can. I thought I could. I thought, like I say, at one time it was being a bit overindulgent, but I retract that, because I don't think it was, because what it was forcing you to do is to think about and analyse the movie, and when you do, you come to your own interpretation of what it is you just seen, and somebody else may well have a different interpretation. Very, very clever stuff. So yeah, you need to watch this movie, guys. Very, very impressive. Really fantastic. Get this watched now.